last but not least, and the most important tip, in my personal opinion, have fun. Have fun with the game. Remember, it's a
that means
game.
Don't play low tier. You can't have fun playing low tiers. That's why there's 2 high tiers on screen right now.
Just like
cool video, but that didn't help me figure out a main. All right, where you said blast the salami? Like how in depth is this shit though? Because shit looks cool though.
Makoto is one of the most extreme characters in Third Strike's
Dudley,
roster.
Dudley I'm debating, Makoto I'm debating, Yang I'm debating.
She has the slowest walk speed in the game, but the fastest and longest dash, contributing to a uniquely hyper-aggressive and effective game plan that's very hard to fight against. This explosive duality defines Makoto in all of her aspects. Her normals are very good for pressure and can convert into huge damage, with standing medium punch and crouching light kick being standouts here, but are also limited by a lack of hit confirmability and sometimes range.
Yeah, you just have to send out this character.
Specials, though, are insanely good and also complement her game plan. The dash punch, Hayate, can be comboed after basically any cancelable normal. Karakusa is a command grab that instills fear in her opponents like no other grab in the game.
That dudes?
The axe kick, Tsurugi, offers a uniquely varied aerial approach, and EX Oroshi is a fast, damaging overhead. Special mention also has to go to EX Hayate, which is a super fast, plus on block, full screen approach tool that leads to juggles in the corner.
That shit looks that shit looks punishable.
Supers are also best in class. Super Art 1, Seichuzen Godanzuki, is an insanely damaging,
Zooey told me to listen to jazz, they'll make me better at Third Strike.
Super Art 2, Abare Tosanami, leads to one of the few touch of death combo routes in the game, even though it's screen position dependent and hard to do depending on the opponent. Makoto is overall defined by her explosiveness, and if you let her, she can easily dominate the entire match.
I feel like I know most of this,
though. She is also very unorthodox, focusing more on dash-up throws
might be a little too more,
mixing her air options instead of a more classical.
I do know a couple. I've watched a lot of Third Strike. I just haven't played a lot of Third Strike.
She's insanely strong, Makoto also kind of plays her own game.
I went through a period where I played Third Strike for like a little bit when Online Edition came out.
Played right,
that was a while ago.
And Makoto is a menace. If you're looking for a hyper-explosive, unique character who can steal rounds before you even know it, then Makoto is for you.
I got an idea. I know what we need to do. Hey Zooey, who should I play in Third Strike if I want to have fun, but also be a special snowflake, but also beat people up online?
If you want to stand out while crushing your opponents in Third Strike, give 12 a shot.
Hell no!
With his unique abilities and playstyle, you'll definitely be a special snowflake. Mastering his unorthodox moves can surprise and overwhelm your rivals, leading to both fun and victory. Embrace the challenge and soar above the competition with 12.
Zooey, 12 is considered to be one of the worst characters in the game, if not the worst character in the game, and I really need to win fast. Are you sure this is the right pick for me, or can you recommend me someone else?
I see where you're coming from. In that case, go with Chun-Li for quick wins.
Alright, there we go. Better pick.
Her fast attacks and strong pokes can dominate the competition efficiently. With her versatile moveset and solid fundamentals, you'll have the tools to secure those victories swiftly. Don't underestimate the power of the strongest woman in Third Strike.
Say less. Say less, Zoe. You have 5. I'll click on 12. Let's see what they have to say.
Was obviously inspired from the Dark Stalker series, since he has an air dash, super weird animations, and even an invisibility taunt. All very unique aspects in a Street Fighter game.
But invisibility taunt's kind of funny.
Okay, moves like far medium punch and light punch are decent pokes, but he's especially good at controlling the air, with huge buttons like jumping heavy punch and heavy kick that cover a large
Why is this
horizontal
character
or
ass?
vertical
He looks
range.
like he'd be pretty annoying to
His
deal with.
specials are also very good at annoying opponents. Needle is a good long-range poke, whilst Axe and Dra can be troublesome to deal with. If you look at the character without any life bars on the screen, you might not even realize what makes 12 bad. And then you notice, everything he does inflicts so little damage.
Okay, he just does
12
no
does what
damage.
feels like 40% less than what he should be doing. Probably on purpose, since the developers were afraid that his kit could be a problem. He also has basically no combos, no useful cancels, and for
Damn.
some reason, his only light chain is a 2-frame link.
That's cursed.
12 supers are also gimmicky,
Yeah, I don't know what Zooey's
except
cooking
for
with this.
Super Art 1, XNDL, which is the only decent one in a competitive setting. Though there is the joke that turning into another character with X copy is
Yeah, just turn
actually
into the
his
other
best
character.
super, which has some truth to it. 12 is basically a huge bag of tricks and gimmicks, but unlike good gimmicky characters, he does no damage at all. And more than that, 12 even has a lower defense than most characters, meaning he generally has to hit opponents 5 or 6 times more than they hit him. The character is weird,
Yeah, I'm
fun,
good.
and flies around, sure, but that's unfortunately not enough to compensate for all of his
Definitely worse than Lil
shortcomings.
Wayne.
If
I don't
you
know
like
shit
to
about this
flap
game. It's
around
definitely
and
worse than Lil Wayne.
generally be useless and annoying though, give 12 a chance.
Ooh, okay. That was kind of clean. That's kind of clean. Yeah, I'm worried Chun will be a little too boring. Okay, honestly, Remy is the character I want to play. Like, if tiers weren't a thing. This character looks so fucking cool.
Remy is often referred to as one of the worst characters in Third Strike, but usually not for the correct reasons. Similar to Guile, he's a charge zoner, but offers his own unique spin on it. His normals though, unlike Guile, don't move him around the screen that much, and are probably what let Remy down the
The
most.
fuck?
Moves like crouching heavy punch and far heavy punch are nice, same with close medium punch or medium kick, but overall his normals have either bad hitboxes or
basically his normals are
terrible
ass.
frame data,
Okay.
even on hits.
Wow.
His specials though, those are actually pretty nice. He has 2 charge projectiles, much in line with Sagat, but they can coexist on the screen together, meaning, thanks to charge partitioning, Remy can create a barrage of projectiles to dominate the neutral, and dash up Sonic Boom is actually a viable offensive strategy. Cold Blue Kick is his own version of Tiger Knee, mixed with
Oh, I
a
thought that was
dive
like an air normal or
very
something.
useful to go over pokes and move around the screen while
I thought they were
spacing
doing
it
like
to be
DK
safer on
dive kick
block.
or something.
He also has a flash kick for anti-airing and combos, but that's pretty standard.
The flash kick in this game's not that good, right? Because they can just
And aside
Carry
from
it.
the hilariously awful Blue Nocturne, Remy's supers are also pretty nice, and can be used for either corner pressure with Super Art 1 Light of Justice, or overall speed and hit
Yeah, I'm debating
confirmability
Yoon.
with Super Art 2.
right now it's like
Supreme
Yoon Makoto.
Rising
Like in all
Rage
seriousness,
Flash.
Yoon Makoto.
Remy, however,
Maybe
still
Ibuki, maybe
struggles.
Dudley, maybe Chun.
And that's not because opponents can parry his offense, but because he cannot do the same to them. Being a charge character means that after a parry,
Oh.
he loses all charge.
I
and
didn't think
basically
about that.
any
That's
kind
so
of
cursed.
retaliation with a special move.
So if you parry something, you
That,
just don't get
coupled with low
damage.
stun, and his overall
That's a huge
normals
L. Holy
really
shit.
tank the character. But if you can capitalize on his powerful corner pressure, coupled with perfect dive kick spacing and neutral control through skillful charge partitioning, then you might just be what Remy needs to shine.
Yeah, Joe, I think it's fine whoever you play. I mean, keep in mind that like Zado, Happy Chaos are 2 of the hardest characters, so you probably it'll probably take you a little longer to learn, but I mean it's still learning, right? So yeah, I don't think there's anything bad with it. Just know what you're getting yourself into, you know, picking Zado right off the bat. So Hugo, but I have no interest in
Ibuki is a
Hugo.
speedy mix-up machine.
I can link
one
it
of
to you
the
though.
trickiest characters on the roster, and probably the biggest knowledge check in the entire game. She focuses on confusing her opponent with dash-throughs, air resets, cross-ups, and suffocating block strings. She's also one of those characters you can't really summarize in a short introduction like this, so you'll have to go and lab the ins and outs in practice mode. As
I'm
you'll
not trying
learn
to
by
lab
playing
ins and
them,
outs.
Ibuki specializes in target combos and has many of them. But her normals overall are geared towards offense. Her standing jab has especially short pushback and insane frame data, making it a very strong pressure tool. Whilst normals like back medium punch, standing medium kick, forward heavy kick, and sweep target combos will be good starting points. Ibuki's confusing game plan translates very well to her specials and command normals, featuring jumping overheads, multi-hitting strings, and command dashes to include in her air resets.
Like,
highlights
from
of
a
her
beginner
kit are the
perspective,
Samuji kicks,
seems really, really gimmicky.
Tools for combos.
Like,
and of course, the air kunai.
I feel like new players will, I mean, like,
jump arc and making
experienced players will like fuck this character up. But I bet this character like destroys beginners.
Total control of the match is her super game, which is honestly pretty weak. Ibuki is very meter hungry, and while Super Art 3, the Yami Shigure, is
also JMCrofts knows this character, so
stock, making Super Art 1
do I really want to play him in the mirror match? I don't
the
know.
more viable option, since it gives her much more flexibility to use her powerful EX moves. Ibuki is one of the few characters in Third Strike that doesn't really rely on her supers though. She's also one of the more fragile characters on the roster, so you can't make too many mistakes. Apart from that though, Ibuki is a menace. An opponent unfamiliar with the matchup won't even know what hit them. And since she isn't a very commonly picked character, this can definitely work in your favor. Being able to confuse, reset, and mix your opponents like a ninja in the dark will be your key to victory.
Like a ninja in the dark, sure, but alright. I want to see what they have to say about Yoon. Did they do this in tier list order? That's so funny. I guess Chun is officially more top tier.
In the game with Chun-Li, but for different and also similar reasons. Their main difference is, however, the ease of use. While Yoon doesn't have the neutral defining normals of Chun, he still boasts very good normals, like close medium kick, crouching medium kick, crouching medium punch, his target combos, and his dive kicks.
The dive kick seems obnoxious to deal with.
Is in his specials. He has a quick lunge punch for hit confirming and punishing, a command grab that leads into a combo to open turtles, and a relatively safe shoulder check. However, we all know the character for one thing, and that's Genei-jin. Genei-jin
this game is so cool.
3 is arguably the best super in Third Strike. An install that increases the priority,
how hard is this shit though, bro?
Recovery, and juggle potential of all of Yoon's moves. And while that might not seem game-breaking on the surface, it very much is. In Super Art 3, Yoon can convert hits into a 50% damage juggle, depending on the starter of course, using Genei-jin normals, which count as super hits that win all trades thanks to the game's priority.
I think I have to try them out, right?
The super bar is also extremely short.
I'll definitely I think Yun's gonna be the first character I try, because if this shit's easy, then I just want to learn Yun.
All these elements define a very
cool
strong
shit.
playstyle.
I don't feel like he's like that popular
build meter
compared to
until
Chun.
You get super, pop Genei-jin once or twice, get a couple of hits, win the round.
But if he's hard as shit, I'm not trying to spend all my time in the lab.
You do actually need to optimize him. Genei-jin combos change from character to character, and are quite hard to do if you go for max damage. Even using his dive kicks requires knowledge of their spacing. While on paper Yun is without a doubt the best character in Third Strike, he's overall kept in check by just how hard he is to optimize, which is a stark contrast to Chun-Li. If you're looking for a combo demon with a limitless skill ceiling, then look no further than Yun.
It sounds kind of hard, bro. Okay, Grimner flashbacks. No, this isn't flashing me back to Grimner, bro. Grimner,
Claw and Fugo, as
that
well as
character got issues, bro. Not like Yun. Yun don't got issues. All right, I'll check out Dudley and Gang, and then I think we just gotta get into the game. There's only the other two characters I'm interested in.
Dudley is a lot of fun to use. Being a boxer, his game plan is based around counter-poking and whiff punishing.
Oh, Dudley's so cool.
But with an added bonus, unreactable high-low mix-ups. The two most notable
he
features
throws the
of
rose
Dudley's
and
kit
shit.
are his very
so
good
sick.
buttons, and of course, the rose, which is his taunt. His buttons, while sometimes being committal, excel at whiff punishing and pressure. Standing heavy kick and crouching heavy kick, which are actually both punches or this weird sweeping thing, lead to huge damage and corner carry, whilst command normals like the liver blow are insanely plus and lead to almost never-ending corner pressure. Dudley also boasts a huge array of target combos covering a lot of areas.
I feel like the neutral of this character gotta be kind of hard.
Meatless damage from lows. His specials focus instead on juggles and reads. Machine gun blows are incredible juggle and corner carry tools, and backswing blow, cross counter.
Oh, it's one of those games where like
are all very useful to capitalize on any kind of
combos aren't like
from
our character specific. That's kind of cursed.
What gives Dudley a competitive advantage, though, are his corner mix-ups, which are absolutely brutal. By utilizing his taunt, the Rose, Dudley can keep any character in block stun while applying unreactable high-low mix-ups, with either his lightning-fast overhead, dart shot, or a low light hit confirm. Either can lead to a super and a hard knockdown.
Well, that shit is so cool.
Another Rose for another mix-up. While Dudley is very strong up close,
what's the point of the Rose? I know, like in Street Fighter,
contend with the more
Street Fighter 4, like they almost never use the Rose.
His lack of a strong low poke here is very noticeable. This means you eventually
you just go right into the overhead, you know?
Fortunately, Dudley's jump is fast and stays low to the ground, making it harder but still possible to react to. Or risky
it must have just had better frame advantage in 3 than 4.
Once you get in, though, Dudley is an unstoppable mix-up machine. If you enjoy a refined playstyle centered around counter-poking, corner pressure, and dismantling the opponent on wake-up, then pick up the sweet science of boxing with Dudley.
Yuri is cool, but I don't like charge characters in general, so...
Moveset with him, while maintaining his own simple but solid playstyle.
I feel like Yang's probably easier to learn than Yan. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Due to his lack of Ganajin and overall worse normals, he's still one of the best in Third Strike, thanks to his powerful specials and a dominating pressure game. Though they aren't quite on the same level as Yun's, Yang's normals are still very strong, especially crouching medium kick, which shines in tandem with Yang's Rekka special. And
yeah, I'm saying this character looks so easy, but I'm worried they might be boring.
The dive kicks and the rest of his kit have really good synergy. The main protagonist is of course his Rekka series, the Torozan, a 3-part slash special that can be used as damage dealers, a poke, a block string, juggle filler, and even as block punishers. Having such a versatile and useful move at his disposal gives Yang an answer for most situations. He's good in the neutral, good at whiff punishing, good at pressuring the opponent, and good at keeping his offense going thanks to his command dash, the Kai Ho.
Third Strike is harder than any other high level
ground game. Yang
what does that mean?
Well suited for a
to me, it's like I look at Third Strike. I look at a game that seems to have a very high skill ceiling.
Another all-rounder.
Compared to a lot of games.
Yang is also one of the few characters in Third Strike.
But if that's what you mean, then yeah, I totally agree. Like, especially executionally wise, right? Compared to like 6,
using EX moves.
There's a lot more
EX Torozan,
execution requirements
which drastically
for this game to play high
speed, damage, and turns it into a 5-part record.
You 2XKO showcase just dropped.
Powerful all-rounder
Alright, link it back.
who isn't a typical shoto, and with a greater focus on speed and pressure, then Yang might just be for you.
He seems so boring. He seems like the easier but more boring version of Yun. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Alright, so how do I decide? I really do not know. All right. So anyways, let me, I think I'm going to play this game on stick, right? Like, I feel like I should learn this game on stick. Cause like if I ever go to the arcades or it's like an arcade cabinet, right? Like I don't want to be figuring out how to plug my fucking hitbox in or some shit. So I think I want to try, I think the first step is I'll try Yun. And I'll see how hard the combos are. And if they're not hard, I think I go with Yun. If they are hard, maybe I'll try Makoto. I think that's the vibe right now. You have 800 videos for Yun. I don't know if I need 800 videos, but that's pretty dope.